Hi everyone, and welcome back for another spooky episode of Most Haunted with me, your host, commentator, whatever you want to call me, original Stephen. My name is Stephen. I am a Scottish Twitch streamer from Scotland, funnily enough, who mainly plays horror games. That's where I was going with that. And over here on YouTube, we are watching Most Haunted Season 1. Not for the first time, but for a fresh time. And today we're on episode 15. Can you believe it? So I feel like I just started this season recently, although it was last year. Less than a year ago, but it was last year. And I'm already up on episode 15. And the reason that's significant is I think I've mentioned it before. There's only 17 episodes in this season because the last few were live episodes. So we're very much almost at the end of season 1. This is us rewatching it. I haven't seen it in a number of years, so it's very much a fresh watch through, but I remember little bits here and there sometimes. I don't remember this episode at all, so today in episode 15, we're in Aldwych Station, which I know I know from Tomb Raider 3, so there is an abandoned train station in London. There's probably many abandoned train stations in London, I suppose, considering they have so many trains. But there's an episode in Tomb Raider 3 where you explore this abandoned station. Not really a tomb, but you know, let's go there. And you know, they're hosting some vigils, they're doing some ghost hunting in it tonight. So again, the kind of format of this is I don't know anything about this going into it. We're watching it along together, so I've not watched it before recording this or anything like that. So I have no idea what to expect. I am excited. An old abandoned train station does sound quite exciting. Maybe that's just me, but I can imagine it being very spooky, and I probably wouldn't really want to be down there. I think I would always have the fear of getting hit by a train, even though it's decommissioned. But anyway, without any further trains, let's get into the episode.
Oh my god, listen. Wow. Claustrophobia, ghosts and complete darkness. 24 hours underground.
What is it?
Homophobia, ghosts and darkness. Like Unseen edition. Extended episodes, that's what we're watching.
Hello and
right, first things. We've not even started and I'm pausing already. I have to say, this must have been a nightmare for them to shoot because Yvette is shouting. And do you know how hard it was for me to test the audio of this episode because of this outside bit? So, you know, I wonder how many times she had to do this. A lot, I imagine.
welcome to Most Haunted. People usually associate ghosts with old buildings, castles and graveyards, but you'd be amazed at just how many strange places ghost sightings are reported. And one such place is here, an old disused underground station in London, and it's called Aldwych.
Aldwych Station. This is where I find out this wasn't the Tomb Raider episode. 8 level. Isn't this very...
There are 40 abandoned
Isn't this very Resident Evil music? This really gives me Resident Evil 2 vibes. Anyway.
stations on the underground network, and Aldwych is...
Just a warning, I feel like we're going to be off on a lot of tangents tonight, just the way my, the way my thoughts are going.
Oh no!
most intriguing of them all. The station was built in 1907 and was known then as the Strand, as it was built on the site of the old Royal Strand Theatre. It's said the ghost of a young actress has been seen on many occasions. Maybe she refuses to take her last curtain call. The Strand, or Aldwych as it was known later, was closed for most of World War II and used as an air raid shelter. It became a second home to many Londoners of all classes and ages, sheltering each night from the bombs and destruction above.
Oh, that is grim. See, back then you could recap on this and be like how horrific it is and have those sound effects in it because it wasn't looming on the horizon. But anyway, we're not here to think about that. We're here to think about ghosts.
Okay.
This would be spooky.
Given the
And
strong
Derek loves an
associations
actor.
with the Second World War, we thought this would be the ideal location to conduct a time slip experiment. Some experts in the paranormal field believe that surrounding yourselves with the costumes and artifacts of a particular period can induce time itself to replay.
Are we having a live reenactment with Cadet Yvette? Obsessed. I'm so excited.
By spending 24 hours in the tunnels of the London Underground, we hope to experience some kind of paranormal activity. Are there any souls still present believing that the war never ended? Will we meet the lady who walks the platforms, or would the dark, claustrophobic tunnels get the better of us?
Probably. Please take Marcel, please.
To help us with our 24-hour vigil here at the London Underground, we've enlisted, of course, our usual members of the crew. There they all are.
Marcel.
Say hi.
Marcel? No.
We've got Mark on camera and Martin there, who's never scared even of the dark, are you, Martin?
Never.
And not only do we have the motley crew, but we also have the help of our usual experts.
Marcel, the makeup lady.
It's a bit strange that I made you wear this outfit, but I have heard that if you wear uniforms, costumes from the past, it can entice paranormal activity.
Well, it's not on.
Did he have to paint the mustache on? Did he? Okay, maybe this is period accurate. I don't know. But was... Okay. Okay. His eyebrows are even this week. Sadly, so is his painted on mustache. I am loving these two dressed up, though.
Difficult at all, obviously. It's great fun. And I think if you look at the histories and studies that have been taken place of places where people reenact the past, like manor houses where they have Tudor reenactments, etc., you do get a lot of alleged paranormal phenomena happening when people are in fancy dress and people are reenacting the past. So it might, if you believe in ghosts, make something more happen.
Apart from that, I think it's good fun anyway. Now, Jason, you normally bring the EMF reader with you, don't you, and other bits of equipment, but you're not going to be using any of those tonight, are you?
Why?
Well, no, there's a lot of natural electric energy around here because of the electricity in the tunnels which power the trains, so we won't be able to detect any unusual fluctuations.
Now, we've caught things like orbs. We know that they're connected with haunted places. Do you think that maybe we might catch anything here tonight? Not just orbs, but any paranormal activity, because it seems very sort of cold and empty.
I think what's more likely to happen here is that people will just become irrationally scared because of the dark, because it's cold, and because of the rats.
Rats?
Well, it's naturally rats here. They'll be scurrying around our feet, I'm sure, later on. So if you do feel something touching you, it won't be a ghost, it will be a rat.
Thanks.
Is that safe?
I'm not happy about that. So did you all know that?
Yeah.
See, they kept it from me.
I'm with Yvette.
Jason was laughing now, but the fear was to get to him before anyone else.
What's this? Are we getting flashed forwards?
We had our usual crew with us, but we needed the help of our spiritualist medium, Derek Akora, who would be arriving later. All of us got the feeling we were going to need all the help we could get in trying to find any supposed ghosts.
Oh.
We've been down numerous tunnels. You've got new guys with you. They do get a bit worried. You get nervous and edgy. They get nervous. And as soon as they hear anything, that's it. And they just don't know what's in front of them.
Surely it's because you're standing in a train tunnel, though. Like, you could tell me this train station is no longer used. It's not connected to anything. I'm still going to think a train is coming up that hole and going to hit me.
And also, they don't know what's behind them. We've been down tunnels and we know all the systems off, the juice is off.
Down tunnels.
We get icy cold blasts of winds. We hear various sounds, wind changes down there. You hear warm blasts of wind, cold blasts. It just gets things like that, different noises. Bit eerie at times.
Right, am I being ignorant, or it is a tunnel, it is a maybe disused tunnel, right? But it has an opening and an exit, which can be either side depending on what you're up to. But yeah, there's going to be blasts of different types of air. You're going to hear things echoing. I don't know, maybe I'm just... Okay, I'm not in that scenario. Again, famously sat watching this in my well-lit house. But yeah, you would have blasts of things and you would hear stuff from like above or further down.
The drivers of the train were asked to stay for the night, but for some reason they weren't very happy about the idea and got a bit spooked by it and said no, really.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I believe
Probably
in
not
ghosts.
paid enough.
This is the eeriest place I think I've ever been to. It's just so quiet and hardly anybody ever comes here anymore.
This lighting
If you
again.
imagine what it must have been like during World War II when the air raid went off and everybody rushed down here to get to the platform and to feel safe. But I think another reason why I feel very frightened is because it's so dark. It's very, very cold and very, very quiet. And this is the very platform where the supposed ghost of the actress is said to walk.
The thing that concerns me, okay, it's great that people had an air raid type place to go and be safe. Would you not be terrified of it collapsing in around you? That would be my fear, that, okay, yes, I'm safe from the bombs, but what if I get buried in here?
In
Ghost Cadet
1907, the
Yvette.
Strand Station was opened. But strangely enough, it was never very popular with the public. And within 10 years, the Eastern Tunnel, that's the one I'm standing on now, was closed down and fell into disuse. Now, out of all the tunnels that we're visiting tonight, this one in particular has an incredibly weird feel to it. And a lot of cold spots have been reported here and very eerie feelings.
Before we started our investigation, we had to get a few things straight. This was to be one of the most dangerous places we were to spend the night, and safety was paramount.
I don't know which tunnel we want to go down. We want to go down all of them, don't we?
Yeah, we've got problems with actually walking on rails.
Yeah, even though there's no electricity, we can't walk on the rails. We've got to be very careful about that. And I think what we may do, if everybody's happy with that, is to split up into small groups.
I mean, let's face it, we're going to be wandering through the tunnels of the London Underground. I mean,
People will think they experience things here because it's the irrational fear of the dark. But here, rather than having the moon and perhaps a street light, we've got absolute, complete pitch darkness without our torches, and that will instill a lot of fear.
it's going to be great.
Do you know the most frightening thing is that Barry is going to be looking us in.
No, he's giving me the key.
Well done! He said, we're going to be locking you in, and he said, is that all right? And I went, yeah. And I thought,
Well, what happens as well if there's an emergency?
Yeah.
You know, we can't get
Fire.
out.
Ghosts?
I have heard a story that this station, we know, was built on the site of a theatre. The theatre was actually demolished to make way for the station.
Oh, that's sad. Isn't that sad? They demolished a theatre to... Oh, I'm just kicking things. To build a train station, and then they shut it down.
Started in 1898, the actual station being opened in 1907. Allegedly, in those days, each theatre had its own leading lady, and the actress of the day objected most strongly to the theatre being demolished.
Good for her.
One assumes that this is now the young lady who has still got a presence here. But I'm very much hoping that this activity will prove the point one way or the other. And it will be very interesting to see the results that it particularly is obtained from your medium.
Our medium
The story has it
Jericho.
that the actress, who's the main ghost here that people have sensed, is actually angry because her theatre, her world, if you like, was destroyed and demolished to the ground in order that this station be built. So the reason she's haunting here and lingering here is through anger and through anguish that something she loves so much has been destroyed.
I've heard that over the years, occasionally there has been this presence, even before the station was closed. Because in latter years, this line had a checkered history, was only open during peak hours, for example, before it was finally closed in 1994. This station does have some paranormal activity. It allegedly manifests itself by a drop in temperature, and one doesn't see anything, but one feels a presence.
Oh, here it comes. Now, late 1800s, there must be records of this leading lady, grey lady, who parades up and down the platforms, but they've not given us a name yet. I wonder if they're maybe holding it back until Derek says something.
Having had no idea where he was being brought to, our spiritualist medium Derek Okora had eventually arrived.
Eventually. I bet he was late.
I've experienced a little bit of what we call activity at the back of me.
And
I'm picking up quite a little bit of residual stuff as well. I'm hoping for possibly 3 different individual link-ups, spiritually, rather than the residual energy. I'm very optimistic. I believe that there's going to be quite probably a lot of activity from a couple of individuals that I feel are a resident down here, resident spirit people.
So that means it's not residual, as in it just is where stuff happened before that it's present, but it's 3 specific ghosts. I don't know why I said 3. It's 3 specific ghosts that Derek can feel and is expecting. I don't know if it sounds like he's expecting them to interact or something, but let's see how it goes.
And I've already got the inclinations of both a male and a female. In actual fact, I pick up 2 females psychically and 1 male. And if I'm correct in my psychic assumption, I feel that at least 2 of these, possibly the 2 females, have been here for long standing of time.
If we get a ghost cat fight, if we get, these 2 women hate each other, then I will just be disappointed.
Being dark, of course, we're all frightened of the dark. It comes down to an irrational fear of not knowing what's around us. And so that's going to have some effect here. I think also we may sort of feel generally depressed because of the sort of wartime remembrances and history which is attached to the place. So that will affect people. Whether it's ghostly or whether it's psychosomatic, I may question.
Now then, what do you think of this place?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to go into the costumes too much, but see, even if you look at Yvette's walk, she's like, what do you think of this place, boys? She's right, isn't it?
Yes, then, eh, Derek?
Well, this is different, Yvette, isn't it? It really is.
I love it.
I mean, it's quite stunned me, really. There's energy, most definitely energy, residual energy. I'm also being made aware of a lady who comes here.
Yeah.
And what I feel about her is that this is the way she puts the feelings on me now.
Mm-hmm.
As if, there she is, she's 10 characters, not 1. People who've been down here in the physical, living people at times, run out of here scared because of this lady, because she walks and she comes along the tracks. And she says, can they see me? Can they see me? And they're cleaning away. Oh my God! And they run like this. And I pick up all it because she's reenacting this with me.
Have you cleaned
Tell her to do it.
Yes. Her first name, Sam says, Margaret.
Margaret.
Do you know when this is? How?
I think everyone in the 1800s was called Margaret, or they not? I think this is about, we're on episode 15. This is about the 20th Margaret we've heard of.
Go, are we talking?
Oh, gosh. I feel, wow, it must be way back because I feel as if the station's not here.
Right.
It's not here. It's going back. There's another lady who she's talking to Sam about. She's the old lady who's white of hair. She's elderly.
Margaret.
And she lost her life further on. But,
do you want to
How about
walk
you?
further
yes,
on?
please, could we? Because I feel as if we want to go further. There's nothing at all, as I'm walking this atmosphere, there's nothing of what we call negative feeling. Do you not sense?
I feel like I'm watching the whole episode like panicked that a train is going to come up and hit them. Why? I mean, it's a valid fear to have, getting hit by a train, but
Like a portion of people, a lot of people, all huddled together. And it's like, I want to go back to the Second World War time and what have you, and I feel there was bundles of people, massing men, women, children, all coming and lying and trying to be safe from the bombings. And there's the little lady, who's the white-haired elderly lady. She saved a man in other tunnels. And, you know, had she not gone and touched the man across his head to bless him...
Saved a worker at Aldgate Station.
A few minutes
I thought it was Aldwych.
He could have died.
Did I say the wrong name? Or did they put the wrong subtitle?
Wallop with voltage in his body, but by her touching him, she put that spiritual protection. And he didn't pass at that time. You know, this old lady passed many, many years before. You know how she passed?
Oh.
She fell onto the lines.
What's her name, Derek?
Can you give me the name, please? She didn't want him to suffer the same fate. So she come in protection and did this to him.
So she, basically, you're saying, when you say the same fate, you mean she was electrocuted?
Yes, she was.
Zapped.
I'll just check.
Sorry.
I'm pressing you.
Alice! Okay, don't do that to my chest. Alice. Alice Humphreys. Humphrey. Alice Humphreys. She's a real Cockney sparrow.
No record to the old women.
When you were talking, saying that she saved somebody down the track, do you mean at a different station?
Yes.
And
Come
do you know
on.
what
But she
station?
comes here. She
Why
comes
is she
right
coming
along.
here?
I don't know.
So she saved him at Aldgate, and we're at Aldwych. I do have to say it's very interesting that Derek's hit like every single, probably very public point about this. You know, like, I feel a quick, I mean, they didn't really have Google back then, but a quick look up about this would have told you it was an air raid shelter, would have told you, oh, it used to be a theatre. So I feel like it wasn't here at the time. It's like, yeah.
There must be a connection with this other one.
Must there?
See if you can get hold of the name, please, Sam. It's most important. Please, try your best. Come on, I'll be your mate.
We have to pass the Bechdel test.
Say it again. Come on, you're getting it through. Hold the key. Hold the... Aldgate. 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 Aldgate? Aldgate. The connection. That's the connection. Thank you. The man who was saved, linked with Aldgate, actually worked here. But she saved him there for him to come back and work here.
Huh?
And his connection, he comes back now and again.
She was the
and
manager.
Goes through the thankfulness of him being saved.
Can I just clarify what you're saying? You're saying that somebody almost met their death at
Yes.
Aldgate Station.
Yes.
A woman and ghost, or a woman
An
person.
elderly lady. She
As a
was.
person?
She was a spirit.
She was a ghost at the time.
Yes.
A ghost helped
From
him,
here.
and he
Yes.
came back and continued his living job at this station.
Yes.
Connected to the London Underground service.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the way it was described to me. And you see, he
And
was
Wayne.
ready in a position of falling, and she came
She saved him.
and did this and stopped him. His hands like this. Okay. Oh, thank you. She was seen doing it on a number of occasions. The vision was seen by people who were either cleaning or and they absolutely bolted.
What, of the old lady
Yes, doing this
to
with the
various
hands.
people?
Yes.
Was that
Because she's
here?
blasting people?
Okay, now you know the truth. I can blast you with ice and snow.
I'm not sure. It's
If I saw a see-through old lady coming at me, blasting at my head, I'm going to run.
either here or Aldgate. I feel it will be Aldgate. But because of them, I couldn't understand it. Because of the man's connection here.
With here.
This is why it's coming in the residual energy.
Because he's now
There are
dead.
many things that have actually been experienced here in sounds, according to Sam. And the lovely actress named Margaret, she's behind a lot of it.
Windy
For my job, to
Margaret.
make my job easier, with
Yes.
respect to Sam, Margaret is an extremely common name.
I
particularly
would
in
understand that,
theatres.
yes.
So it's going to be very hard for us to try and locate whoever this is. So if we can have any kind of information that would
Okay.
sort of take the group
Yeah.
down a little
Okay.
bit.
I'm trying.
Derek's like, she had a husband called John. Which again, every man back then was called John.
I know, it's fine.
Should we walk
Can we just walk and
down
they
this
come
way?
this way?
See if it comes to you.
Okay.
Even though Derek had already picked up on the actress that is said to haunt the platform, we needed more information.
Jason, I got Margaret.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it's been given to me as Estelle.
That's one.
I feel that could be the middle name because on top of that, it sounded like Margaret, Estelle, sounded like Bryce.
Okay.
Or Bright. It's one of those. Those
No
three names
records can be
together.
found. Okay.
Right, keep walking.
Now, if I was an actress and my name was Margaret Estelle, I'd be going by Estelle, I think. Estelle on stage. I can see it now.
Down here then, maybe.
Joey, it's
I'm
Estelle.
aware that there's also a man. He gives me the name, Sam gave me the name very clearly. Called him Tom. Well known, very thin man. Quite tall, actually. And he used to take care of something to do with the rails, lines, and what have you. And he often walks up and down, up and down. Now, he has got a way about him that's neither bad nor good.
Probably bad.
In other words, when he was in the physical, his personality trait was he'd stand no nonsense. He was a person that, and when he was working, always had a gruff-looking, unhappy face. Very, very, very thin face. You know, showing the cheekbones, very prominent. That's the way.
He was probably just hungry, no? I'm sorry. I have to say, well, hang on.
With him.
Gaunt.
Gaunt. And if you looked at it, you'd think, oof.
This decor, this like old-timey decor, I don't know what it is. There is something just about this that is very time capsule, and I guess it is a time capsule now that I've said that. That is stupid. But I feel like this is almost something you would see in like a caricature version of like ye olde London or ye old like train stations type thing. But there's definitely like some weird vibe to it. And I feel maybe it's just my psychic powers kicking in, but I don't know. I feel like it does put you back in that old timey kind of feeling where you are maybe, I suppose, prone to feeling a ghost or something spooky. You're a little bit more tuned into it.
And when he's walked here, he is actually...
I'm glad Jason has got rid of the mustache. I'm glad a producer has stepped in.
Outline, according to Sam, has been seen on a number of occasions. A number.
That's interesting.
How many? What number?
But what he does when he walks through, he makes sure that he is not fully seen spirit body.
Why does he do that if he walks?
Because
Attention.
he just, I feel he just wants to. He wasn't happy when he was here. He wasn't. He worked long, odd hours.
So why is he coming back? Oh my God, what a victim. Victim in life and death.
And I feel would have passed over to the world of spirit in his early 50s, maybe just got over the big 50. And he's held resentment, maybe to his governors, his workers, maybe. See, I get the feelings of resentment with him in this ether, in this atmosphere. And I feel it was like whenever he saw people, when he was walking and whatever, he'd look at them and he'd, like this. But he
Oh, but it wasn't good or bad. He was neither. He was very like fair man, apparently, growling at people. That's bad. I'm just gonna go on record and say, if you growl at people, that's bad.
Seems like these two are accidentally bitches.
Purposely. I feel the reason why he's not shown himself full spirit body is because of fear, as stupid as it may sound, that someone would recognise who he was. So he kept himself cloaked. But enough for people to be, you know, the hair on the back of the head to notice a presence.
When you say people have seen him,
yes,
who are those people, do you think?
They would be people that were, I feel, passengers, people also that actually worked down here, and I feel it was them who was trying to not show himself for fear of being recognised. Okay, this man, long, you know, to his hair, unkempt, and long pieces here.
Next, big side,
Yes.
bushy sideburn.
Showily.
And
There's something about, right, so this isn't really, well, it's related to the scene. There's something about, and I don't know if it's the colour scheme, I don't know if it's because Yvette and Jason are, sorry, I'm like coming away from the microphone. It's something about it that makes me feel quite uncomfortable, this setting, and I don't know if it's just because it's old-timey, and it's that almost like, oh, we shouldn't really be seeing this kind of thing, but it makes me feel a bit uncomfortable, this sort of aesthetic. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just against horrible colours being put together.
I feel he would have
I don't like it.
Polish background.
Gosh, that's interesting.
Polish background. He comes from Poland.
Do you know roughly sort of when this was? I mean, if he's a spirit that's been seen and if he had a connection with working here when he was sentient,
yes.
When was that?
Sorry, I'm
living,
thank you.
alive.
Sentient, it's a very posh word for me.
Yeah.
Love that. Look at this queen of transparency and understanding. Broke it down professionally. You know, people laugh at people for not knowing what certain things mean. You don't know until you know. So just ask.
I get a twofold thing with this. I get it well before the Second World War.
Right.
With
How
this
long
person.
before?
I feel a strong probability to maybe 50, 60 years before that period of time.
So we're talking 1880s.
Around that time, yeah.
Oh, that's quite a while ago. Station wouldn't have been there in the 1880s, though. So where was he working? Derek Akora. So this wasn't a station till 1907, but he said he was down here sweeping and doing all that stuff. Unless it was while it was a theatre. I don't know. I'm watching you, Derek.
And he was, I feel he was a guzzler of ale, this person.
Guzzler.
I mean, really liked, you know, more times than enough. When he was here physically and whatever, and he was conducting his work, he was...
Pretty dangerous if he's on the electric.
Yeah, honestly, worse for tear, okay? He'd be...
How did he lose his life?
And he had a light.
Yeah, how did he die?
How did he die, Sam?
Say he fell on the train tracks. Go for it.
Yes. He had a seizure down here.
And it just went?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not
Wasn't
happy
a
about it
station.
at all. Are we happy to turn the lights off?
Honestly, I'm very happy.
I know
Can we
you're
go-
happy, you're all right.
Let's ask them. So, come on, we're here. Show us action.
Jason, I'm not sure whether you'd like me to say this on camera, but you're not that happy about it.
No, I'm not that happy, but I don't think it's anything to do with ghosts. I just
No.
think it's extremely quiet down here. We've been down here all day. It's a very depressing environment, and I don't think that's anything other than
You've been a bit depressed
psychosomatic.
today.
I've been quiet.
Why?
I don't know. Perhaps the ghosts.
Okay, all right, let's turn the lights off then.
You've been a bit depressed today. Why? Where do I start of it? Where do I start? For one reason or another, I'm dressed up in this. I had a mustache drawn on that's now been wiped off my face, and I'm stood listening to Derek talking about ghosts that worked in train stations before it was a train station. Oh my god, I'm a hater. But no, I do think it would be quite an oppressive atmosphere if you're down there. It would be very, although it's echoey, it would be very quiet and very, I don't know, just like a flat atmosphere. I don't think it would really encourage sort of a great mood.
I really am not happy about it one bit. I'm not.
Also, I mean, it's never great to be stumbling about a disused train station in the dark.
I'm not really out.
Oh, well, come on.
My suggestion of splitting into small groups didn't go down too well with the crew, and after a lengthy discussion, it was decided that we were all to stick together. But before we set off down the tunnels, Stuart, our rigger, had developed a motion detector that he'd set up along the platform where the actress is said to walk. This would give us a clear indication of any activity along the entire length of the station platform. We were almost ready to go, and it was at this point that Derek made a startling and unnerving announcement.
I just feel, from what I've just been given, a short flash of something. I can't quite believe what Sam has said, that it's going to be opened up down there. Now...
I'm sorry, I don't know if it's just like the kind of labyrinth style. This is really creeping me out. This station because I can't stop looking like behind Derek. I'm like, it's something there. And then every time the camera pans, there's another door that goes another way. It really makes me uneasy.
I feel if it is opened up from the short flash that I've got, it'll throw everything. Religion, what people think of religion, it'll throw the spirit links into upside down, because I just can't believe what I've just seen, what I've just been shown.
Well, tell us.
I was told when we go down to the levels that the true inhabitants of the levels down there have not really shown themselves.
What do you mean, the true inhabitants?
Now, you're not going to believe this,
Try
and
me.
it is of no consequence.
You're probably right, but try me.
Down there, whether it's documented or not, there were people. The only way I can put it, and he gave me the name. He said, oh yes, they dwelt down there, and they hid subterraneans.
Mole people?
A mole woman.
Is that... There was mole people under Aldwych. Okay, I was fully on board until he mentioned mole people. But do you know what? At this point, let's find out.
What is subterranean?
It's
Mole people.
there's a lot of information about supposed people or half humans.
He is fighting for a way not to say mole people. He is half human and half mole-like.
Living
Not even that.
in the
They
labyrinthine
mould.
tunnels of the London Underground. It's a story basically which is banded around on the internet on peculiar websites.
It is.
I have to say, a really good movie. Not about mole people. It's a horror film. It's absolutely vile, but it's good. It's called Creep. Not the one that's on Netflix. It's another one, and it's got Franca Potente as the main character in it, and she gets stuck in the London Underground after hours because she falls asleep on the station, and somehow no one notices that there's this lady fell asleep on the platform. And she gets locked in, and that's where her horror story unfolds. What I can tell you about it is there is a dog in it, and the dog is fine by the end. So I would encourage you to watch it, but maybe with the lights on.
There were certain people that cut themselves off, drove up on the levels, and spent the time down here. And those people took on forms after periods of time of levels from the lowest part of the world of spirit, and they crept round those catacombs. Now, Sam said to me, yes, to a degree, this did happen. It is another thing whether them taking on the form, because they crouched down after a period of time and shuffled about like this. And grew hair to certain sections of the body. That, I don't know how many years for this to...
So basically saying beware because we might...
Yes, because I feel that as we go down into the atmosphere, we could hear scurrying. It could come to all our ears.
That will be rats.
No.
Yes, it will be.
Okay.
If it's scurrying, it will be rats.
Okay. If we hear scurrying, if one of these subterraneans, as called here now, happens to come past us, we'll know about it.
Jason is having none of it. That eye roll there, I need to go back, sorry. That...
If we hear scurrying, if one of these subterraneans, as called here now, happens to come past us, we'll know about it. Because our energy field, our energy level, our life force, our auric field will be touched upon.
It will be dark, we won't be able to see things around us, there will be rats which will make scurrying noises. If it's dark and we hear scurrying, and you've suggested to us that it's something other than rats,
I'm not
our
going to
minds will
suggest.
say...
No, I'm not going to suggest.
With due respect, you've already done that.
Yep.
Would you ask me to talk about it?
I know I did, but order suggestion has been placed now. So if you do hear scurrying, it will be rats. I don't want you to be scared.
Yeah, let's go down. Let's go down.
That's very good. Fantastic.
I really feel...
I feel like Jason got a bit pissed off with that one. He was very much like, no, you've ruined this. You have planted this idea in everyone and basically ruined this experiment, this kind of setup that we've got now. So well done, Derek. That's what I feel. Jason was not happy.
That if one of them is willing to do this, it'll put everything on
Well, I
its
don't know about
head.
anybody else, but I'm completely myself now.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll see some terrain. Everybody goes.
As we set off through the dark tunnels, Derek tells us he's received more information from his guide Sam on the subject of subterraneans.
Old timers that lived for years and years down in these caverns, okay, was that bodily hair grew on a lot of these older
Jason's face again. I am obsessed.
That lived for years and years down in these caverns, okay, was that bodily hair grew on a lot of these older dwellers down here, which made them stoop because of no sunlight, and made them stoop into postures that made them look as if they were animal form and animal life. Not the younger ones, because they were young, born down here. There was like little communities of them. So they all would link with each other at certain times, and there would be cross relationships.
So what happened to them?
Inbred mole people.
I feel what actually happened to them, there was some kind of en masse, either plague or at the time of plague,
A train
and it
hit them.
wiped them all out. It wiped them out. But there was a small nation of them. It built up over the years, and there was a small nation. So that side of it is not a myth.
Right.
That is truth.
I can believe that people want to come down here
Yeah.
and live down here to get away from everybody up there.
Yeah.
Homeless people.
Can you believe that? Yeah.
Like homeless people back in the day surely would have come down here. Although it wasn't. I guess they're saying that it wasn't fully shut down till like. Did we say 94? That seems a bit late now that I'm thinking about it. But I don't know that they would necessarily have warped into inbred mole people. And also, where are the bodies then? If there was a plague that got them, where are the bodies?
Keep an eye on Jason from now on, and you'll see that he, out of all of us, is really finding it hard to keep his fear under wraps.
And to hide his face. Thank goodness the lights are off.
Because I just want to know what it's like to be down here. Yeah. Just turn your torches off. Turn your torch off. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. If you look behind you, just nothing but What? Oh my god, listen. Shh, don't move. I think that was my own echo.
No, I heard something.
What was it? I've heard something.
Yeah.
Angle, what was it? Somebody was... Shh. It's like murmuring, isn't it? No, I can hear it. Shh.
Yeah, it's our echo.
I don't hear a thing. Did you hear anything? Let's go back. We'll go back 20 seconds. I never heard a thing.
I've heard something. Angle, what was it? Somebody was... Shh. It's like murmuring, isn't it? No, I can hear it. Shh.
Yeah, it's our echo. Yeah.
Sorry. How stupid, really?
Very.
This is Jason. Look at you.
Oh, he is in a mood.
The further we walked into the tunnel, the more nervous we all became. We had to be careful not to let our imaginations run away with us. As we went through a doorway at the end of the first stretch of tunnelling, some of us thought we saw a shadowy figure walking from left to right across the bottom of the second stretch of tunnelling.
What is it? What I saw, I'm not kidding you, it was like something moving across the bottom, like black. Moving across...
Yeah, as if it's going into the wall.
Well, I don't know, I just saw something moving.
Yeah, but not small, quite like...
How high above the ground?
Well,
I'd say about that.
Here,
Yeah.
like my height.
I saw that.
So obviously it wasn't a rat.
Small. No, I'm not talking about a rat.
I'm sorry, has Carl run ahead? Has Carl run ahead into the tunnel himself?
Yeah, what if there is somebody down there? Yeah, that's... You see where Carl is now?
Right, Carl, just another doorway down here.
Yeah, but that's what I saw. It was like somebody, like Carl is there. Are we all happy to go down there?
Yeah. Single file, please.
So had we seen something or not? Were the shadows playing tricks on our eyes? And Jason was getting more and more nervous.
I do have to say, I would probably react the same in that situation, but it's very likely with like the torches and things, or sorry, flashlights, that it could have just hit like a rock or something, and as they've moved, it's like panned. Or it could be a ghost, or it could just be someone that's living down there and is terrified because this gang of people is coming towards them. You couldn't live down here.
You alright, Jason?
Don't you dare!
I have to say, the session, keep an eye, I always have to say, because I have to interrupt, just what I mean. They're like, oh, watch Jason, he gets more and more frightened. He seems to be having a pretty normal reaction to walking down a scary dark tunnel.
The tunnel seemed to stretch on forever, and we had no idea when or where it was going to bring us out.
I would
but
be
our
worried I'd be
curiosity
lost.
had got the better of us, and we just kept going.
Look at this. Yeah. That's our train. Yeah.
You alright, Jace? Right, we can't go any further, so I think we should head back now because we've hit the end of the line. It was great there, wasn't it? I didn't know the train would be right at the end.
Step, Carl.
So we could go no further, and we were relieved that we could start the long walk back. But as we reached the platform, something unexpected happened.
Why is it going off? Listen.
The motion detector had been set off on the other platform.
Oh.
Is it still being set off?
Nobody else has been down here. Anyone's here.
So why did all the lights come on? I'm a bit unsure about the motion detector trigger and all of that.
There'll be a rational explanation. They'll come back and say somebody knocked it.
Yeah, but then you say, well, if no one's down here, who knocked it?
And why are they still doing it? You're right. Yeah.
It's a bit free, but Stuart's there, which is good because he knows how it works, so he can check them.
Okay, to be fair, Jason does look quite creeped out. But Cadet Yvette is doing so well this episode.
You can see there's a red beam going across. You can actually see the dust particles now, but that's not setting it off. The only way you can set that off is if an object actually breaks the beam itself, and that's why it's buzzing now like it is. Now I set this up before, and it's actually still spot on now. It is in line.
So something has set this off.
Something set it off now, yeah. What? I don't know. And everybody was upstairs.
And we were all upstairs.
We were all in the other tunnel there, yeah.
We do know the beam was too high off the ground to be triggered by a rat. So had the ghost of the actress walked along the platform and caused the motion detector to go off? We will never know. I decided to have another go at getting Jason to open up about how he was feeling. It intrigued me that a parapsychologist could become increasingly fearful of a place that was supposed to be haunted. Surely he didn't really believe that we were
Important to note, they're in a very oppressive place. It's very dark. There's a lot of people involved, so that can be quite overstimulating. And it's 5:20 in the morning.
surrounded by ghosts and subterraneans.
I can't explain it. And as I was saying to you as we were walking down the tunnels, well, Yvette knows, since I knew we were coming here many months ago, I said I didn't want to go there. I just felt odd about it now. That's anecdotal, psychosomatic, psychological rubbish. But nevertheless, it is what I felt. And I can't quite quantify what's happening to me because of what you said. I've been to literally hundreds of places where I've been in very dark places, very scary places where lots of people have experienced very horrific things. And there isn't those kind of tales here. And I can't explain them. I can't put into words how I feel. I just wanted my mum to be with me, which is a really stupid thing to say, but I did.
Well, I'll be a replacement of your mum.
Oh my god, that is the sweetest thing ever. He just wanted his mum to be with him. And then Yvette saying, I'll be a replacement for your mum. That is so sweet. And do you know what? Valid. It's not a stupid thing to say at all, Jason.
Here we are. Waiting
Doesn't he look a bit like M. Bison from Street Fighter, though, with that hat? Anyway.
for a train at 5:30 in the morning. Sue and Jason.
Sorry, have we seen Sue before? Have you been introduced to Sue previously? I don't think we have.
Me, don't be scared. I know I look like a ghost.
Tell me about time slip.
Well, time slips are a very controversial subject in parapsychology or in any topic. And basically it's where people seem to have experiences from the past, not in the usual way of seeing an apparition or a ghost, but where they interact normally physically with their whole environment, such as a building, or a car, or a piece of transport, trees, etc., as they used to be. And it's only afterwards, when they return to the site where they've had an experience, not realising it was paranormal, that they find it's completely different how they remember it. When they look into the records, they'll find that it's completely changed a long time ago, and the way they experienced it is how it was in the past. And it sounds incredible, and it basically means that some sort of time travel is occurring. We link this to ghosts and spirits and parapsychology because in some instances apparitions have been involved with the experience where people have met people and they've interacted with them. So it's not as if you're witnessing a recording of something. You're not sort of watching it like people describe the stone tape theory. You're interacting with the ghosts as well in the time slip. So it's almost like the whole time slip and the ghosts are in on the act and the joke's on you.
Okay, come.
Very interesting. Now, I haven't heard of that before, of a time slip experience. It sounds very vivid, so I'm interested in it, but I guess it's very easy for someone just to say. Something that I did consider when I saw Jason in his get-up, his whatever he's dressed up as. Derek did mention that grumpy man earlier who wasn't good or bad but growled at people, who was quite miserable, for lack of a better word. It sounded like he was a bit, kind of upset, a bit sort of down on things, and that's why he was in a bit of a mood. And I wonder if Jason, as the dressed up male version of whatever Yvette is, has potentially somehow taken that on or picked up on that kind of energy. I think could be something in that. Or he could just be tired.
When are we going to be brave?
It's the rats I'm worried about. Are we walking into the second tunnel as well?
I don't know. Let's just see.
This one.
Let's look at this.
If you've got 2 torches, can I have one?
Can I have the strong one and then I can go?
I just don't want to be without a torch.
I mean, fair.
We can see to the end.
What is this, like a storeroom or something?
I don't know. What did you see, Sue?
Is there something there at the end, chaps?
Do you want to go in the tunnel a bit more?
No.
No.
Why? Why?
Because I think it's scientifically interesting to stand here.
Thank you.
Shut
You're not,
up.
You're not, you know.
I'm not enamoured with the prospect.
Why? Just explain to me why.
I don't feel like I felt earlier on, but I don't like being down here, and Sue is feeling the same as I did earlier on. And you just said the same thing.
So I think you've got to listen to that.
And there is some aspect of safety in numbers, but...
I know, it's not many of us, I do, and even... I just think you've got to listen to that the three of us feel funny.
I think you have to listen
What
to
could
this.
possibly be down here that could harm us?
Get in there.
Do we?
It could be humans as well.
Or...
What is that?
That's me. I just flashed the
Oh,
torch off
right.
by mistake.
That's what I don't know what I'm afraid of. The unknown.
See, now this is where I think this is what you came down for. You're feeling spooky in this tunnel. There might be something down there. Let's go? No. It's a bit spooky in there. I would at least go a bit. Like, so I would try and go a little bit. And then you don't have to say, I'm going to the end of that tunnel. You can say, okay, I'm going to walk in a bit. I'm going to walk in like a little bit further. And then that's it. Because I'm absolutely terrified right now.
Just...
If anyone needs someone to walk down the tunnels at Aldwych, hit me up.
Very scary, isn't it? Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
No.
That was a squeak.
Right. That's what I don't like as well.
You hear it again?
That'll be a rat, though.
Yeah.
Hear it again?
Yeah, I heard that.
Right, shall we...
Let's go.
Don't run off. Leave me.
It wasn't until later when we viewed the tapes that our editor Neil discovered two strange occurrences. One was this strange light which appeared at the top of the screen and seemed to move towards us in 3 stages.
Oh, I never saw that at
The
all.
second was captured at 4:30 in the morning when our producer Carl went down the same tunnel on his own. These have been described as orbs, which are said to be the first manifestation of a spirit. Could these strange events be related to the ghostly happenings of Aldwych Station?
It hasn't been the most enjoyable of investigations I've taken part in. It's not nice down here. I don't like it. I've been down here all day. There's no sunlight. Now, I've lived in London a lot of my life and I don't mind the underground, but this really has quite depressed me. I'm glad to get out of here. It's quite scary being in a place that's deadly silent, deathly silent. And I think, although I can't rationalise my fear that I felt when we were walking down the tunnels, I'm not convinced that it's paranormal or anything other than something to do with my subconscious that I don't understand, but I won't come down here again.
I feel that we've, with the help of Sam, that we've not just squashed the myth, but we've brought to the truth, to the front, what these so-called subterranean people were. People who decided to opt out in the time and come down here, fend for themselves, stay out the sunlight and what have you. And the myth, apparently according to Jason, not that I know, that these people were half animal, half human and what have you. Well, I can see the logic behind. Maybe the story will just continue on, but I like to think that Sam shed a little bit more light onto the truth.
Interesting how he's done that. Did you see how, like, oh, me and Sam have discovered the truth of these mole people? I keep calling them mole people. Not once have they been called mole people, but these subterraneans under London. Which, honestly, I could see people deciding to do that. Go and live somewhere else away from society. But he's kind of deflected a little bit to Jason. It's like, oh, I never said they were half human, they were half people. No, but you said that they grew hair in strange places and hunched down and couldn't walk properly. But Jason said they were half human, not me. Sam and I have figured it out, and he's kind of adding these weird bits in.
As for Derek's story about being in contact and reaching out further in his psychic abilities to the...
I'm sorry, we have to appreciate the eye roll again, because he is 100% not buying what Derek is selling this week.
As for Derek's story about being in contact and reaching out further in his psychic abilities to the subterraneans that live below London City, I find this incredibly hard to even think about. I'm, to be quite honest, not even prepared to contemplate the possibilities of what on earth he's talking about.
Well, I was quite pleased for when I first come on the investigation, when I come to this level, because I was immediately made aware of a woman's presence, and she made me feel as if I was on the stage. She took me back in thought to a stage. She was an actress, and, you know, that made me feel ever so good. So I take it that the theatre was very, very, very strong, linked with these foundations here. I'd carefully noted Jason. He was talking about this sense of foreboding. It appeared that if we looked at Jason's clothing, especially the army coat, energies are actually part of the clothing that people wore. And, you know, this could have been the feelings that were running through the man whose coat Jason has been wearing.
I mean, it was probably a prop coat rather than actually someone else's coat, surely. They never gave us a source of where those clothes came from.
Was he going to die?
Normally on these investigations, both for Most Haunted and just in normal investigations that I carry out, I am the person who is rational, I'm the person who's telling everyone else to calm down. Yvette, on these events, is the person who's screaming and getting carried away. And we had a complete role reversal in that tunnel. I was the scared little boy, for want of a better phrase, and she was basically telling me to calm down. There was nothing to be scared of, and I thought that was very interesting. I can't quite fathom that, but I'm glad she was there.
The last 24 hours have been interesting, to say the least, not just for me, but for every member of the crew. These deserted platforms and tunnels may not look much, but they hold many powerful memories for many people.
Oh. And that's it. We don't get a little sleep tight from Yvette this week. Well, what do we think of that one? That was I think that was an interesting one, but I feel like a lot of it was kind of carried by the location. Not much happened. Derek came in, identified the famous ghost. There's a lady who works here. She used to be an actress. There's this other lady who is here, and you know that. And then the subterranean plot line came out of kind of nowhere, which confuses me a little bit, because there wasn't really any need for Derek to bring that up, was there? I don't see. It would have been far easier for him to come up with a story of some other ghost. Oh, there was a serial killer that lived down here, or, you know, there was some sadistic thing happened that no one could verify. No one could, you know, there was witches in these. He loves a witch. He loves a hidden witch in a cave somewhere. So I don't know why he brought that up. I'm not with Jason. I'm not here to say whether it 100% happened, 100% didn't. I'm not with Jason in a sense that I'm not even entertaining that because it's ridiculous. Why would people go and live underground? The only thing that confuses me about it is the logistics of it, because it was a theatre before. It was made into a train station, but presumably that was still a train line. It just didn't have a stop or something. I don't understand how people would go down there and live if it wasn't an active, or if it wasn't an unused train station or something. But also the kind of thing Derek's talking about is something that is... he's talking about like evolution almost, isn't he? Because these people, you know, yes, you would change how you walk because you're feeling your way around. Your bones don't have any sunlight, so they're probably very brittle. Grown hair on things that never had hair before. It was a weird pivot, and I don't know how to feel about it. I'm not 100% to saying like, oh, there could never have been anyone lived away from society and, you know, took themselves into a different community. It was just a weird way to go with it. But other than that, we never really got much happening in this episode, which is fine. You know, if we see see nothing, you'll see nothing, as Yvette famously said in that first episode. But it was a very well done episode, and I liked the little flourishes they did with Yvette and Jason like dressed up. I liked them sort of trying that aspect of it, but I think the lack of sort of smaller groups, the lack of kind of activity, because they never like called out to anyone, they never did like the Ouijas or the seance or whatever they usually try, and I think that was kind of missed from this episode. But let me know what you think. It was very much a kind of interesting setting, and I guess they just kind of went with that and saw what they could do. I think a lot of it for me, if I had been in that situation, would have been probably quite similar, because it's a kind of setting you expect there to be people in, and then there's none. So it's almost like, stupid example, Disneyland when it's closed. If you were in Disneyland when it was closed and you were the only ones there, you would be like, well, this is creepy, this isn't right, something's not right here. So there's definitely that kind of sort of subconscious thing to it. But what do you think? Would you be shocked if some subterranean mole people came out of the London Underground? It does sound ridiculous. And what did you think of the kind of activity? I guess it wasn't really much. Am I just a hater? Do you think I'm just a hater? I was a little bit of a hater this episode, but maybe I was just picking up on Jason's vibes, because he was very much in that space as well. But yes, we will finish up there. I would love to hear what you thought of the episodes in the comments. Anything you saw that I didn't see, because I was watching everything. I was watching every other doorway. And since Yvette never said it, I will reiterate it, but for the first time. Until next time, until the next episode, sleep tight